Okay, so why isn't this working? You're connected, are you not? You are connected. So why in the work? No, you're not gonna work? I know that the media works because it worked yesterday. I'm trying to play through here.
Evil as a sweet, sweet sun.
That's not what I wanted. Disconnect. So now it's not even coming off. Hello. That didn't really work. Fish Tank Season 4. I don't know if Fish Tank is for me. How do I get out of here? Is the question. Okay, well, I don't know why that dono didn't come through before, or why it's not playing now, but somebody played me a song, and I'm very confused as to why it wasn't working. Oh man, okay, so Buc-ee's has a good brisket sandwich, but it was like too much food for me, so I'm feeling shitty. I'm not going anywhere to drink. That being said, I do think I am going to stop and get a hotel tonight. Thank you to the 2 people who hit my Cash App and to the 1 person who donated through Power Chat. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's not playing. I'm pretty annoyed myself. I really don't know what's going on. I guess I need to be in this lane? Yeah. Buc-ee's Boulevard. Ah, cute. I don't know what's happening. But I tried to play it. I'll try to fuck around with it more. So I think what I'll do is I have like 2/3 of a tank of gas right. Oh wow, guys. Wow. 2/3 of a tank of gas right now, and I think what I'll do is when I stop to get gas, I will look for hotels as well. Well baked? Why would I do that? Oh, this is a bit of a turn, isn't it? I hate when they have really swinging turns like that. Looking at chat too much. I did make it very big on purpose. Okay. So we're just gonna keep driving. I'd like to at least make it to like Western Louisiana. At least I'd like to make it to Eastern Louisiana, if not like the Texan border. I know Houston's pretty much right over the border on the 10, but that's like, well, it's not that far. If I could make it to Houston, that would be great, but I'm not gonna like push it. Hello, Snort Gonzo. How are you, Snort? to get closer to Mobile, I will, is it Mobile or Mobile? I will turn the camera around because I feel like there's going to be a lot of cool like water features in that area based on looking at the map. And a lot of little towns there. I do kind of want to look at Nolens, but I also don't really want to spend over $50 for a hotel. Turns out like barely eating for 24 hours and then having a giant sandwich makes you very full. Hi Wichita. I got my mom some brisket rub from Becky's. I didn't really get to look around too much. I did, so I left Mizzik in the car, but I left the car on. So he was comfortable, but I also like, it's like going to Walmart, you know, where like you go in and there's just people everywhere. And it was just a little bit overwhelming. So, I don't know what the furthest west Becky's is, but maybe I'll stop there. There's no politics on my stream. I don't care who wins. At this point, it doesn't really matter, does it? We're all the same. Minette. Oh, I'm too late right now. You kind of saw it. That's funny. Damn. If this wasn't way too close to Florida, I'd be like, let's go stay in Bay Minette. Because that would be funny. Minette. Look, you'll see it on that sign. Bay Minette. That's me. That was a pop-up. I mean, that's not me. Not me like really, but hey. That's funny. Well, I'll have to remember that's a place here. Perhaps someday in the future. Yeah, we know you're a felon, Oopie. How's that going, by the way? Although, you're not convicted yet, right? I don't think you're a felon until you're convicted, so you probably could still vote. Unfortunately. I am in Alabama. Should be getting near to Mobile. it's not even about Democrat versus Republican, but personally, the cult of personality aspect of it kind of freaks me out. The hive mind aspect. Hi, Doug. The drive is going long. I've only been driving 6 hours today, so I would like to make it another 5 hours. I'm very tired. If I make it 6 hours, that's 10:14. I could probably find a motel that has their front desk open that late. If only the cat could drive. But he doesn't have opposable thumbs. Both sides are flawed. Both sides suck. All politicians suck. Everybody sucks. The only thing you can depend on is your neighbor, and sometimes not even that. Spanish Fort Daphne. I ain't seen this part of Alabama. Got some Coke last night. Yeah, I can see why long haul truckers do meth. And vegan patriots. Sorry, that's mean. I should shut up. Maybe everybody does. You're being such a good boy. If I don't make it all day, then at least I do want to get a motel so that Mizzik has a place to kind of chill and just have it be us. Hi, Savage Shark. Alright, Mobile is 11 miles away. It's 35. So is it counting up now? No, it is not true, Saint Goat. Go a little faster because this truck is getting slower and slower. It's a big old Bass Pro Shop. Daphne Fairhope, Spanish. Daphne's such a pretty name. Tunnel ahead. Sick. I love a tunnel. I wonder if I can hold my breath there. Entering fog advisory area. Well, it is 4:18 p.m., so I suppose that's not going to be an issue. Yes. Whoa, there's a city up ahead. What city is that? Is that Mobile? Bit? I mean, it has like 4 tall buildings. I didn't know it was a city that you could see from far away. Guess I just assumed it was going to be small. I love this bridge thing, but I do like the water. This thing looks like it was built 40 years appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you for being here. Sorry this isn't, content or whatever, but it's more content than I've made in a while. Because I usually do nothing. And I feel like sometimes I like watching people as they travel because I like to see like where they're driving and stuff. That's gross frog tits. He absolutely never touched me. Or I him. I-20 floating bridge from Bellevue to Seattle might have a tunnel underneath called 495. Huh. My friend that I was talking about that's from Mississippi just messaged me. He was like, "You're right by my parents' house." I wonder if his parents live over here now. Because they used to live, I think, in Pascagoula. If that's how you pronounce such a thing. I am going back to Washington. Interleaved. I don't know what that means, Avondale. I very rarely meet a word I do not know, but you have stumped me. Public transportation in Orlando. Oh, here goes a tunnel. I might start cooking. Just kidding. Maybe I should see what the radio's got going on. Jesus. How do you search through?
We have plans to head out to the beach tonight.
No.
Final bands on the beach of the season. You're looking forward to a fantastic evening. Just now, it's to the point where fans and probably the team also, going into this game, probably not thinking.
Still gonna be
"What's
like
gonna go
country
wrong this
music 'cause
time?"
I'm in the South.
Because nothing went wrong against Kentucky once it got going.
Yeah, no, I mean, they got long right? They finished the game well.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, I missed it.
Good work.
Yeah.
99.9.
Neither Adam. I'm using my phone right now, so I can't do Spotify. Oh, nice. Chicago, fuck yeah. Thank you, Andrew. You're the inspiration. No, I don't, Adam. The inspiration. I wanna have you near me. Wanna have you near me. This is definitely gonna get DMCA or like copyrighted. Okay, I'm bored of this song already. Oh, Sango, there is if you have a sad life. whole reason Vegan and I used to be friends is because we have very similar tastes in music. Like, how am I a vegan wannabe? Silly. I remember falling under verse, but I don't honestly know if I like a lot of, or not, like if I can recall any of their songs at this point. That makes sense. Road trip with my dog. That's my cat. My boy. He's sleeping. Look at him.
DK 101.5.
I'm early. What's that? What's that? That's weird. Yeah, I'm in Alabama right now. I should be getting to Mississippi pretty soon here. I think. Danzig has a better range than I do. I try to reach. I'm driving. I'm reading. I don't know if I know what this next song is going to be.
Gold Coast Rock Station, TK 101, and CC Top, and the Mobile Singer Theater March 6 with the Elevation Tour. Tickets are already on sale, but I stick on Jiu-Jitsu Freeload. Sister, call me 888-357-ROCK, 888-357-ROCK. Call me 10.
Oh, gas is so freaking cheap here. I'm banned from Arizona. I don't think she said that. I don't know what this is.
UA Local Union number 234. And
Country? No.
They fail on.
No. No time.
They give you compassion.
was 19 miles away.
They could care less.
Padding 334.
I'm Sabrina Carpenter. Another 2.5, maybe 3 hours of daylight yet.
Discouraged? But I want you to see this passage and I'll send this home.
For your business, Colt.
Also an exit with roadblock digital.
Or next year after the election. Visit.
How does that see any CB? You CB boy.
Thank you for the privilege of
There's a lot of religious talk radio in Alabama, let me tell you what.
Growing number of people canceling their subscription.
all of us in the driver.
See, I wish I could put both cameras on so you could see Mizzik and then also where we're driving. But there's not a whole lot going on right now.
Delicious hot, but not too hot burger that keeps your face on your face.
I don't want to behind my thought. Hi, Gish! I am indeed cruising through the dirty south. Keep accidentally pressing. No, not AM. No, I love AM radio. I know, buddy. Let me get over so you can get ahead of me. Hi, Gishy. How are you? What's this?
Gotta see this state-of-the-art, amazing new facility to believe it, and see Kuiper live on stage.
Kuiper?
Dance the night away at the 90s dance party for the grand opening of The Sanctuary.
Who's Kuiper?
On Camellia Street, right next to Treasure Bay.
Sounds like-
You're there. This Saturday, it's
I'm good, how are you?
Must be at least 30 years old to enter. Doors open at 7 p.m.
At least 30 years old? Because you have to be having lived in the 90s.
Retired stroke risk from atrial
I
fibrillation.
don't want to listen to it.
Means going into your washing machine and giving
Sometimes my hands work bad. My cat seems like a good boy. He is being a really good boy. I thought I was going to have to keep him on the short leash belt seat belt thing the whole time, but he's being very good. He's not trying to get hidden under anything. The radio sucks.
It's 1027 WXVM Bailey Zimmerman.
New music.
Holy smokes.
Sounds country.
recovered. Try buddy. The coverage you need.
On Hannity.
Sean Hannity. Alright, fine. I can't see your username in the purple. Sorry. 90s were awesome. That's what I would like to hear right now is some alternative, but I guess I'd be on a rock station. I'd have to find one that's playing music.
World Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Public access? Alabama Public Radio? Don't mind if I do.
All things considered.
Oh, it's NPR. Alright.
Support for Alabama Public Radio comes from our listeners.
What's
and in
Alabama
part from these
NPR like?
sponsors.
Columbia Southern University, celebrating more than 30 years of distance education. At CSU, every student gets a front row seat. Columbia Southern.
Still commercials.
Just pray that you would move in these hard.
Well, it's too late now. Sane go. Oh, wait, no.
It's new music
CA.
from Justice.
All things
from
considered,
Tame
good shit.
Impala, the name of the song. Man, I really like that.
Impala.
I was just sitting here. That's the first time I've ever heard it. I'm like, man, that is.
Cat would never. He gets nasty going to the vet,
The
really?
name of the song is Never Ender.
He's a good boy.
Justice with Tame Impala. New music. We got it for you here on 92 Zoo. And a chance for you to go to Thriller
Go
Nights
that way,
and
babe.
Lights. I was trying to find out. Did a little audio clue. What scary movie is this from?
Scream. Scream.
All right, do you know? It was Scream. But you know.
Oh, Granny 14. Hi, Granny 14. Sorry, it's in your name is colored in purple on the chat, and so I can't really see it because it's like a dark purple. But I think you can see it on the screen. But hi, Granny 14. It has been a long time. How are you?
Going with a bunch of friends to check out.
Hello. Bonjour. Where in Mississippi at? Am I in Mississippi? Oh, Mississippi Welcome Center, next rest area. Am I SSI? Hi, Granny 14. I have not seen you in a very long time. Shins. No one, it's what, like 5 o'clock right now? Almost? I'd like to try to make it at least 4. How many hours is Mississippi? Like, when do I get to Louisiana? Oh, New Orleans is 111 miles. That was really good timing. I could make that easy. That's what, an hour and a half? Wait, an hour and a half? Is that right? No. I'd like to make it 4 more hours. No person. Hi, person. Hi, Krakenana. Did I take out any homeless people like my favorite? What? Who's taking out homeless people? Oh, I see what you're saying. I think you meant like take out like to dinner. Not like hit. No, but a few semi-trucks have tried to merge into me. Not while I was in their blind spot or nothing. Just like trying to hurt me. Okay, hay bales. On to lay other cars. Hay bales in front of me is taking a sweet damn time. Those hay bales do be leaning. Yeah, I think I'm making pretty good progress. Honestly. Okay, I don't want you guys to miss these beautiful leaning hay bales. Food outlet, exit 69. Well, how could I say no? Just kidding. I will not go to food outlet, even though it is off exit 69. TikTok only really lets you use your rewards at a specific casino. So like, I could get free rooms at the Tampa Hard Rock Casino easy. They offer me them all the time because one time my ex and I spent a lot of money there. But I can't use it at like any other ones. Emails. Capital letters are easy to read, actually. Much easier. Because I don't have to like look at it 3 times before I actually get a few words out of it. Luckily, like, I took a speed reading class, so I am pretty good at like filling in the blanks if it's not a weird sentence. But yeah, when I was in like advanced classes in junior high, well, I didn't gamble anything away. The same could not be said for my ex, who used my loyalty card because he wasn't allowed to, because he used to work for them. So he's not allowed to have his own loyalty card, so he used mine. We are about to get to Pascagoula, Mississippi. Speed reading, yes. What's AR reading? How advanced are we talking military now? No, I was in like a lot of physics classes as a kid. Like, little kid. I thought I could understand a lot more than I do. I'm just so good with words. I mean, I think I used to be a lot smarter than I am now. But I've done a lot to kill my brain cells. Oh, advanced reading. I don't think I took any like classes like that. But my teacher had me specifically in a course for like, they did a course specifically for speed reading, so maybe that was kind of similar. I don't drink that much. Pretty much, Crocodona. Pretty much. Although I think like Maine sticks out further. So like the West Coast is pretty straight up and down, but then the East Coast is on a diagonal. Oh, test on books you get points for. We had like reading competitions. Did you guys do that thing where like they would give you a book list at the beginning of summer, and then when you came back they did like a quiz competition? So we did that. I was pretty good at it. If I had access to the library at that time. Because, you know, pre-Kindle and all that. Getting the slow good math classes. That's awesome, Sango. You give up and live on the side of the road forever. I can't say that I would do that. I mean, honestly, if I'm already getting through Mississippi pretty quick, it should be okay. That's a pretty straight shot. And once I get to California and I know everything, it's going to be different because I'm going to be like, oh, I remember that from this. Oh, I remember that from this. Like, oh, I'm driving through Gilroy. I better close all the air vents. You're mathematically remedial. I have never been pregnant. Thank you very much. I like math. When I was in pre-calc at college, there was this gal that I sat next to and we became friends, and she hated math, sucked at math. And so I started like, we would go like hang out after school and do our homework, and she said that I was probably one of the better people to have explained like the math that we were working on to her in like the 3 times she'd attempted to take the class. Which was really cool. And now she's a RN. An RN. And I feel like you need a little bit of math to do that, so I helped her on her way. She was sweet. I wonder if she still lives in Seattle. I know we're friends on Facebook, but I never look at Facebook. You went to school for accounting? I honestly have been considering like looking into accounting because I enjoy numbers and busy work. But I feel like the tax stuff would bore me, and that's like most of it. You hated math till you discovered chemistry. So I didn't go further than pre-chem with chemistry because I think a lot of what my issue was for pre-chem is it was just a lot of memorization. So like math is different because like yes, you have to memorize things, but you're also like working things out. And at first, at least with chemistry, it was just like this atomic number is this, and like they weren't, maybe it was just my pre-chem teacher, they weren't really doing a good job of explaining like what the reason for it was, which was kind of annoying. Don't run out of gas here. I got 300 miles left on my gas tank. And New Orleans is 111 miles away, so I think I should be okay. Izzy, you doing good, boy? You doing good, baby? That isn't math, just a lot of numbers. Yeah. I mean, I kill with an Excel spreadsheet, so... I enjoy counting. So I always thought it would be fun to work at like a casino cash cage if I ever lived close enough to a casino to do that. But then again, like even banks don't actually like count it anymore. But they say that your brain recognizes like, or it releases dopamine when you count cash regardless of whether or not it's your own. Which I think is really interesting. Get FAFSA, pay for it, and do it. I'm just so bad at school. Linear algebra. Algebra is like my favorite thing in the universe. You know what I weirdly am bad at? Oh, buddy, you need to slow down. You're gonna hurt that other car. Don't tailgate when you're a fucking semi-truck. Are you insane? Are you absolutely nuts? Holy Jesus. You guys see that? I'm slowing down in case he has to move over real quick. I tried to slow back. That's sweet. Long division. Well, no, not even long division, just regular division, because I enjoy long division too. But you know when they would make you do those like worksheets where they would have like this times this times this, like, so, well, I don't know if you guys did this, but in like 3rd grade, they would start with like addition, and if you got all of those right, then you'd move on to subtraction. If you got all those right, you'd move on to multiplication. If you got all those right, you'd move on to division. And then once you did all that, you would like get to sit out or like go to recess early or something. I could never get past division. For some reason, my brain does not like just automatically compute that. Scary, be careful what I'm wearing. I know! Actually, subtraction was kind of hard for me too. Multiplication, easy peasy. Math makes you want to know. Oh, I like math. Algebra is honestly my favorite. I like it. I was never good at geometry because I never properly learned it, but once I did start learning about it, I started enjoying it. Adderall in math is great. I mean, that depends on if you have ADHD. If you have ADHD, Adderall is not all that great. I mean, actually, that's not true. Being able to actually like focus without having your brain go on constant tangents is really nice. You have an issue with mixing up numbers? Dyscalculia. Dyscalculia sounds like Count Chocula. By the hay bale truck? Come on. And math, we get to count candy bars. Yeah, I usually have to count things like 2 or 3 times before I feel like I got it right. Because sometimes I feel like my mind wandered in the middle of counting something. But that just means that I'm a very good, like, cashier. Why are you going so slow, Bubby? What are you doing? Are you okay? Constantly cars on my left though, so well now there's a hay bale truck in front of you, so I guess you can go slow as you want. Doesn't look like I'm gonna have a chance to tug over anytime soon. Maybe after this VW. Yeah. Oh, and then the 3rd lane pops up. Bet. Aw, Gishy. My heart stays in Florida. I mean, honestly, it will be nice to be closer to family again. I'll be so close to my mother, I'll live at her house. But, you know, after I get my feet on the ground, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, which is kind of scary. But I don't know where I want to go. I don't know if I want to come back to Florida, which doesn't seem like a great idea unless I have some sort of other option for work. Here they have like what your minimum speed is. I mean, hopefully nobody goes 40, but that's interesting. I've never seen that. We're gonna get this lane, because I want to be away from the turf guy. And I am now. Stable grown-up job. But the problem is that every time I've done that, I end up getting bored. So what I want to try to do is like remote work, or at least like hybrid remote, so that maybe like honestly, my rent wasn't bad. It was just that there was like a month or so that my hours, like everybody's hours, kept getting cut. And I kept looking and looking and looking. I just couldn't find extra work. Start doing porn. That's what I keep hearing. Less than you thought, yeah. That's true. And thank you for that. I do get emails from one of them, and I've been checking. I need to look more when I get home and kind of be able to get everything set up. I'm just concerned about, I didn't want to like start looking too hard while I'm driving this week and stuff. Thank you for that, Kishi. I appreciate that. Okay, going this fast. National Cat Day today? That's perfect, because I have a national cat. Not multinational, just one. But this cat's going to be more well-traveled than a lot of people at this point. Is it somebody's house? Modular home. Just have to look out for remote job scams when you start applying. Yeah. I think that's the hard part, is that like a lot of these companies, a lot of the companies that do remote tend to want like really specific qualifications, which is why I'm like trying to, when I get home, I'm going to start doing like Coursera stuff, pretty hardcore, at least like looking into like different things. So many scams out there. Yeah, no, there's scams. Like honestly, this world is full of scams nowadays. Half the like emails that I get are like scams. I get texts for job opportunities every day, and sometimes it's like, are these real? Are they not? Like, so that's why it's really hard for me to want to like look at anything that's not on Indeed, and even Indeed is full of scams. And I get it. I get that the economy is down, and therefore, you know, there are more desperate people, which means more people are scamming. I totally get that. Did you guys see, speaking of scams, the Detroit Bridgerton ball, where they got a pole dancer? It was like held in like a hotel convention center, not even like they're like meeting conference room or something, and it was literally like just a table of snacks, like, and then a girl on a stripper pole, and that's it. That was the entire event. They asked you to join an interview on Slack or Teams. It's basically fake. Cool. ZipRecruiters, we said nothing. Modeling on Instagram, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Instagram model thing is the same as the like Barbizon model recruiters that would come up to you in line at the mall. You prefer ZipRecruiter? Okay, I'll take a look at that. Most of the jobs I've gotten in the past, well, actually, the last 2 jobs I've had, I've gotten through friends. But before that, most of the jobs I got were on Indeed. But I feel like Indeed is basically dead now. Especially for my industry, honestly. My industry is pretty much like you get through people you know, though. Like always is. I feel like I'm not a good, I'm not a very natural salesperson, which is funny because like when it comes to like restaurant stuff, I sort of am, but I would say that, like if it's, well, like what are all the kids doing now? Solar sales and shit like that. I feel like if I tried to do that, I would fail miserably. Even though like solar's something I believe in. Oh, that's a big dead leader. That's sad. I would say that like I think that I would be pretty good at real estate sales because I love houses. I'm a big fan of houses, and I also think that real estate is the best investment that you can make. Because we're going to a different place, you know, around deal. But honestly, some people do like that kind of honesty. Just be like, hey, I can't offer you that. And then, but you have to be able to counter with like, here's what, you know, I can't offer you that price, but here's what you get that you won't get over there, you know? Like, here's the customer care that we have, or this guarantee, or whatever. Like, hey, you might not get that ticket price, but you're getting, you know, personalized client services. You're getting technology that they don't have access to. That's why they can offer you that lower ticket price. What does Cabby do in Spain? I don't know. I haven't talked to him in 2 years. Over 2 years. Well, that's not true, because technically I talked to him in his chat because I went in his chat and roasted him. And then he got like a little sad seeming, and I was like, oh, I feel bad now. Real estate would be good. My mom knows all the realtors in her town, so she could probably easily get me like a job to learn there. She'd probably know where to do real estate licensing. That is something that wouldn't really require my hands. Maybe I should look into that. But then I have to talk to people. But I like talking to people sometimes. But not everything. But I do really like houses. About travel agent jobs. I thought about that too because I enjoy traveling, and honestly, like, my favorite thing to do, literally before this week, I think I probably spent like 60 hours just like looking up different ways that I could make this trip, even though like I knew that I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I planned because I just knew that I was like, I'm gonna want to get there. Had I wanted to do so, like I found like really good stopping points to make it sort of equidistant, so you don't drive too much one day, and like one day you're not driving through too many different cities just in case you want to stop at one, kind of a thing. I like doing that kind of stuff. And I often, for funsies, I try to plan like if I were going to backpack Europe, which direction would I do it in, and which cities would I make sure to stop in? I do tend to enjoy traveling sort of like, I overplan but underperform, in the sense that like, I like really planning like where I would like to be on this day, at this time, whatever. But then when I get there, half the time, I just want to like, let the wind take me. Travel is fun though. But yeah, if you enjoy traveling, imagine that you have like 3 months and like, let's say $10,000, and just go through and look up like different cities, like do a little street walk around and be like, oh, do I want to see this in person? And then like look for hotels that are near like landmarks that you want to see and try to find it within that budget. It's fun. Organized like a motherfucker. The funny thing is, like, I am not very organized. It's just that I get really intensely into that kind of stuff. Like, my entire life is disorganized. But when it comes to that, oh yeah. Gishy, did you... I don't don't know if you want me to say on here, but I was wondering if you found anything yet. Like, are you doing good? Things are good? You said you did accounting. Tax season is just about upon us, isn't it? I don't like the way the sun reflects off these roads. You quit looking. You got discouraged. Oh, honey. Sorry. That sucks. That's sort of where I got. That's honestly why I'm doing this. Is like, I kept looking and looking and looking, and I got like an interview and stuff. But of course, the one interview was for like the one job that I was like, I don't know if this is for me. I feel like I would just be going from one situation where it's not perfect into another thing. Capital machinery? What is that? I went to school for it and only have associates and not that great, but so really is right. Okay. It's almost tax season, right? So at the very least, there's that while you try to figure out something more in line with what you want. We'll get there, Gishi. Biloxi River. Biloxi, Mississippi. Mizzik, are you passed out, buddy? Oh, he's like... You guys see how passed out he is? He's like sleeping. He worked remotely for TurboTax last tax season. Oh, that's good. So, I mean, when do they start hiring people? Probably pretty soon, right? Because I imagine they hire people to train. Cat's right beside you too. Aww. Yeah, Mizzik is passed out right now. I'm actually pretty impressed at how like comfy and cozy he is. What a good boy. Sleepy boy. I don't want to touch him because he's sleeping. Oh, you work on CNC machines? And do pick programming. Oh. I don't know much about those things, but I always see that CNC operators make a lot of money. You have to know a lot of engineering for it, don't you? Oh, did you wake up? Did you wake up, buddy? Slow down. Did you wake up, little buddy? My shoulders are starting to hurt. But I really want to make it to LA by Halloween. Keep pushing. Capital machinery is economics business term. First, the value the company has in its tools. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's so funny, like, when there's sort of these niche jobs that people have, I'm always curious, like, how they get into it. You don't want to be on camera anymore, buddy? Okay. Yeah, he's having a great time so far. He wasn't, like, when we first started, he was mad. But I played him purring sounds and gave him treats and fed him and like stopped a decent amount for him to like kind of relax. Now he's chilling. Yeah, she's 5. Thank you, Amy. for 6 hours, take a nap, drive for 6 more hours. Maybe I'll just find a truck stop where I can take a shower and like do my hair. Because I don't want to show up at my friend's house looking like shit. Because if he wants to go out for Halloween, I don't know what time I get there. I don't want to be like, oh, wait until I shower. He doesn't go into heat. He's a boy and he's fixed. Me too, Gish. If I still had a friend in New Orleans, I'd be like, oh, let me just stay there. But my friend who lived in New Orleans moved back to Washington too. Boeing is hiring people to find the parts off their plane. But fancy shopping center. Oh, a plane. Seaplane bus, seaplane. Because the idea that I would like to, I mean, I'd like to try to get as close to LA as possible the night before Halloween and get a hotel, but I don't think that, I really want Mizzik to have a night in a motel. I'm going to find the cheapest one I can find in Louisiana, and then stay there, and then drive as far as I can the next day. The story about Zach and Addie. Tell me a little bit about it because I am not sure. I watch a lot of true crime, but I don't know Zach and Addie specifically. I mean, I don't watch a lot of true crime, but I watch like the Ewu stuff. Like I watch a lot of those kind of things. At it, like there were a couple of places that were like $38 for the night, and then probably like $45 after your taxes, and that's pretty reasonable for like a place to sleep and shower. It doesn't have to be nice. I have a couple of blankets and a pillow of my own, so worst comes to worst, I strip off their shitty blankets or whatever. And honestly, if I get bed bugs, I get bed bugs. I burn everything on the other side, although then I should have just burned it and left it behind, or just left it behind. But I can always do bed bug protocol on the other side. I have enough clothing at my mother's house that I can survive. But she's innocent. A couple after Hurricane Katrina that survived together. Sorry. He was former military and killed her, put her head in the oven and jumped off a building a few days later. I don't know if I've heard of that one. I have a buddy who he had to move. He was in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina, and he ended up moving to Portland because his house was destroyed. But he used to ride. He rode like tall bicycles. He was very much one of those guys. He rode tall bicycles, and he showed himself like his bicycle had been outside still, and he showed himself like on the bicycle, and it looked almost like a regular bike because the flood water was so deep. Which is crazy. That's really sad, Gish. Trust nobody. Except Cat. Cat's good. Cat is good. Cat is a good boy. Now what screwed Boeing was moving their operation to South Carolina. Honestly, in my opinion. They went to save money. And they also saved money on employees, I guess. And fault checks. mean, I know that the Everett Boeing plant is still there, but I'm not sure if they still work on passenger planes or not. Shake the devil off, okay. Trust no one, Lord of Elderon. But coming from me, don't believe that, because I am a very trusting and naive human. Are we supposed to be at 60? Is the speed limit 60 here? Long Beach. Well, there really is a Long Beach in every state. Trusting people. I will say, like, honestly though, I am pretty good at not trusting people, like, with my physical self, my emotional self a little less so. Thank you for the donation, seriously. I would say that, you know, there is somebody in particular I've spoken of, but I don't really want to bring them up, but, you know, they were what I thought was a close friend, and then it came to a point where they were like, oh, can I come stay with you? And I was like, no. So at least I'm pretty good at, like, keeping my physical self safe. Good course. Oh, fishy. Like, I keep people at arm's length physically, generally. But I tend to, if I care about people, care to the heart. And I'm okay with that, because honestly, like, I don't want to get murdered or anything, but I would rather take hurt any day if it means somebody else can maybe feel love. That's where I'm at. Life is too short. I would rather feel things as deep as I do and be disappointed than not feel. Life is really, really very short. Be in that car? Stop riding my ass. I'm sorry that you came over here. But I'm not faster than I said. Well, not much faster than I said. Oh God. Stop riding my ass, buddy. This little lowrider in front of me. You guys see how cold my AC is? Maybe I should turn that up a little bit. It's like frosting the windshield. Online, it's easy to make some type of emotional or deep connection. You that's true. People hiding who they really are, yeah, absolutely. I think that's where things get hard, is that if you are fairly earnest in all of your connections, then you sort of assume other people are going to be earnest in theirs as well. Oh, okay. What was that? Somebody's rim? Of course, a rim right now, but it's usually not like about things that, about how I feel about other people. Everybody lies. I'm a bad liar. Terrible liar, in fact. Road narrows, it's already narrow. Speed limit's still 60. Yes, please go ahead and go around and speed all you want. Maybe you'll get pulled over and I won't. So that speed thing was so wrong. Because if I'm going 62 and that other car's passing me, there's no way they're going 57. That doesn't make any sense at all. Delisle. You think it's pronounced Delisle? That's what I would assume. Delizzle? Delizzle? Where are you going? Heaven or hell? You don't gotta be behind me anymore. Stop riding my ass. Buy me dinner if you're gonna ride my ass. Actually, don't buy me dinner. I'm very full from that brisket sandwich still. It's quite nice though. For like cheap barbecue. Because I got the sandwich and some chips that I'm saving for later. And the seasoning for my mother. And it was only like $13. Oh, buddy. Your bumper's about to pop off there, buddy. Okay, what's going on the radio? Nothing here. Sick. Alien Ant Farm. I'm in. I like this version of gonna keep driving until I feel like I can't drive anymore. I still have 246 miles on my gas tank, so when I stop for gas, I'll probably decide then. I'll look up everything. Bangles. I don't know all the words to this song. Still what the clock says in here. I haven't actually, I don't know what time it says on my phone. So Gish, if you find something under $50 after tax, east or west of New Orleans, scary. I couldn't really go much more on the shoulder. To that song to enjoy.
Up and balances to you.
All night, oh, every night. So hold tight. I hate these roads when they're getting worked on because it feels like it's really hard to see where the lines are. Okay, we might be going 70. 15. Gorgeous. Can you guys see those sun rays? Wow. Look at that sun rays. Wow, that's so pretty. Pronounce up. What did I say? Loxy? Reminds me of another song, but I know it's not probably long. Biloxi. Okay, I think I say Biloxi. I guess that's wrong. Biloxi. I'll try to remember that. Biloxi, Mississippi. Thank you.
It's easy to use and I can listen anywhere.
No. Okay, yes. ADHD is kicking in. There we go. Evanescence. forget me or forget our friendship. But I really don't want that. Because I have to, Ben Packer. I don't have a choice. Believe me, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't be. I wasn't ready. I knew eventually I would, but I wasn't ready. And my friend would like literally call me at like 1 a.m. and be like, put on some pants. We're gonna hang out. I don't feel like I'm ever gonna have that anymore. Yeah, Monique, my friend's in Florida. I think you guys sorry. I've spent on the weekends, yeah. I've spent a lot of my life feeling like an extra person, if that makes sense. Like feeling like I was part of the periphery and not like really one of a group. And I didn't feel that way there, I guess. wouldn't have responded positively anyhow. I don't care for her and her brand of content, which is just cruelty, using people. Someone banned me on donation for, I don't know what it means. Like one that doesn't allow pets? Or what do you mean? So I feel like a lot of the cheap ones do allow pets. Oh, wow, a lot of people are going that way. Okay. Oh, I'm normal, I promise. I'm okay. But I need to make sure I tell my friends I love them. Might have to stop streaming so I can call some of my friends tonight or something. I had hoped that I would see them one last time so that I could give them big old hugs, but it did not work out that way. That's where you first found me, was from Elisa. I mean, when Elisa first came on the scene, I thought she was just kind of like weird. But the more I watched her, the more like crazy it seemed to be. I found a cheap one with mostly good reviews except for some dumb stuff, but it's no pets. Okay. Thank you, Gishi. I'll probably stop. I don't know, maybe I'll stop in New Orleans so I can look at things. My hands are killing me. From Mo Avenue. Oh, everything's so French here. Maybe I should move to Louisiana next. No, that's still pretty far away from my family. I don't know what's next. I should have bought like a lottery ticket in every state. Just kidding. I don't waste my money on the lottery, but my mom likes them. Well, I could have bought her a scratcher in every state, but then she wouldn't be able to cash them in, I guess. Never mind. I'm kind of glad that if it was going to happen, that it happened in October. Because if I'm having to drive through this area, I feel like this is a good time of year because it's not too hot and it's not cold. It's not really rainy or anything so far, which is nice. And then when I drive up through California, it'll probably be like a little chilly, but not like, it's not snowing, it's not stormy, it's just chilly, cloudy. Kind of good, honestly. It's kind of good. Well, this is Louisiana, huh? Louisiana. Simple. States that a lot of the country just looks pretty much the same. I wonder if there's like little side roads or something where I should have been pulling off to see beautiful things. Oh, Carver, I'm back in Washington. Is he okay, Daddy? You see me already, huh? Yeah, you see me. He turned his face towards me, but he didn't even like open his eyes. That's cute. What a cute boy you are. What a good pet rules are more about dogs being loud and barking. Yeah, but I imagine that like the litter is not ideal. Look at the sun. Classical music. Pretty. Boosins. Jesus. Wow. watch out still in a long time. This bridge is going on so long they should call it. What about risk? The risk of bridges. There's like bridges coming off of this bridge. So many bridges. Are we there yet? No. Ooh. They better not try to hit me on copyright with classical music. The bridge is over. God, I was stupid off, sorry. I have everything in the car. I don't have much. This is pretty. I have not been following the Nick Rikaida stuff. I remember him from when he would cover. Who was it? He covered like Russell Greer or something. I think he covered one of Russell Greer's lawsuits, and that was like when I was following Russell Greer closely. Yo, Sango for sure. I've stayed in hostels before, but I usually, pay the little extra for a private room. Not private bathroom, but private room at least. I'm not a dormitory kind of gal. Ouch, ouch, ouch. somebody that I followed on Kiwi. Just go, yeah, go right there, bud. Sithish, well, sure. I think it was Russell Greer. Then Russell Greer was suing Taylor Swift again for the 40th time or whatever. Because those are the two that I found Kiwi Farms because of. Like, I saw some shit about them and I was like, oh, who are these dickheads? $25 grams of coke in a throuple? Wow. You stayed in a 24-bedroom in a Amsterdam hostel, literal hell. That sounds terrible. I can't imagine the amount of noise. I feel like 4 people to a room, especially strangers that don't know how to deal with each other, would be bad enough. Good God, let alone 24? That's insane. Must have been cheap as shit, though. Keep pushing it, yeah, I need to. I'm just worried that, like, if my body's hurting this much right now, how bad is it gonna hurt tomorrow? You know? But I know I can't afford a New Orleans hotel, so I at least need to push to the other side of New Orleans, somewhere shitty. It's only 6 o'clock in East Coast time, so I've only been at it for 8 hours. I would like it to be closer to 10, perhaps, and then do like maybe 2 bits of 6 hours tomorrow after a good night's rest and a shower. Like, drive 6 hours, chill somewhere for a little bit, drive another 6 hours. That way, if I can get, I don't know, I need to look up timing and everything. How often do you look at Kiwi Farms? Not often. Honestly, nowadays, I probably only look at it like once every 6 months, just to see if anything crazy has happened. Like, I pretty much just look at like the top stories or whatever. Florida was I at? I was living in Orlando. Orlando's amazing. Oh, everybody behind me is gone. You've seen Taylor Swift 5 times, could not get tickets for Era's tour when they were on sale despite being in the queue. Yeah, dude. My favorite band when they first got back together, obviously very different from Taylor Swift, but when they first got back together, they had only announced 3 shows, and they'd been broken up for 14 years at that point. And in that 14 years, they'd become sort of legends. Like, they really helped inspire a lot of bands. So, like, when their tickets went on sale, they announced Coachella, San Francisco, and New York. And when the tickets went on sale for New York, I decided to buy one, and I went online, and they were all purchased by scalpers, like, immediately. I ended up paying like double the price from a scalping website, from like StubHub or something, because I called my mom crying. I was like 20 something. Well, how old was I? 25. And I only had enough money for like the regular tickets. And I called her. I was like, can I borrow? I can't not see them. And it was worth it by far. The best concert I've ever seen in my life. And then I saw them twice since then. I saw them once in Portland, and Portland was great. They played at this really small venue because they got back together and toured a little bit, and they did put out another album, but the Portland one was great. The Seattle one was at the Crocodile, and the old Crocodile, and they oversold it, and so it was like shoulder to shoulder, and people were just being dicks. But the one in Portland was like chill and nice. The band is called Refuse. They're a Swedish hardcore punk band. They're the reason for my sunflowers. They've been my favorite band since I was 11. Noise was the first song I heard back in 1998. Well, technically, I didn't just hear it. I saw the music video because me and my sister watched a lot of Much Music, which if you did not receive Much Music on your television, I'm sorry. For some reason, we were getting Canadian channels in California. And Much Music had much better music than MTV did, because MTV would pretty much just play top 40 kind of stuff. And Much Music would play all sorts of stuff. So we always had Much Music on. And I remember I saw the music video and was just like, oh, okay. This is a really interesting song. I was just like obsessed after that. I've liked pretty much every project he's been on. Like International Noise Conspiracy is pretty good if you like the more dancey kind of stuff. Different vibe for sure. What was the singer-songwriter thing he did called? I had the album. I remember the album was called 93 Million Miles. Was that the name of the band? There was another one he did. Or Dennis Lixon. I mean, they've all been in different projects, but as far as like, I really like Dennis Lixon's voice. This is a long classical song. I'm getting a little tired. Chef Highway. Guess I'm not on that one anymore. Until I get to Houston. I don't know how far I am from Houston now. I'm not really sure where I am. Oh, I think I'm coming into New Orleans. I see a big old city over there. Thank you for sending me stuff. I will look at it pretty soon here. Ooh. You guys see that? I'm not gonna look over to see what you can see. But that's a big old city over there. Miles. It's not that bad. That's like LA to Vegas. Or Seattle to Portland. Which I have done in the night. It's only 6:30 in Eastern time. to get gas in and I'll think about it. Wow, city.
This is a local news update from North 4media.
Mizzik Cardinal informed Lady of the Lake about their upcoming event, Festival Football.
We start on Friday, 5 o'clock. Labor Day is opening up doors. Our band on Friday is Bag of Donuts. They're playing from 7 to 10. We have tons of food and events
Police.
on Friday. There's a
Let's let him go if he wants to.
There's no tickets online, but you can still buy them at the door when you get to the festival. The festival runs till 10 p.m. Friday, and then Saturday come back for a full day. Plenty of fun stuff planned, plenty for the kids, food, free, live music lineup.
Elysian Fields.
Cottonmouth, they're a local young band. You've probably seen them around the North Shore area. Then we got Christian Surf as kind of the North Shore favorite, and then we close out with Road Look on Saturday. But for the kids, tons to do, tons of games, prizes, bingo on Saturday. The final game of bingo is 5.
Ooh, that's bright. Oh, Lord.
50 balls plus, $5,000 in stake. Lots of people looking forward to that. We have fire truck rides for the kids, and then come back Sunday for more fun, more games, more activities.
Keeping you up to date on air.
Houston to El Paso, 750 miles, yeah.
4media Group is
That's the long one. That's the tough one, right? Ooh, I feel nervous about this for some reason. I don't think I am going to have fun through Orleans.
first time since October 4th. Radar saw a few showers on Tuesday. Wednesday's much
Do I think of Mr. Bass? I don't know if I think that
Potential not that bad. Crazy with a high rating 5.
I don't want to, speculate on the whole GHB thing, but do I think he's creepy? Yes. I don't know much about him though, because I don't watch him. But I would say, like, I'm a bit creeped out by him. Just let him watch him. We're gonna have traffic here, huh? Is there an accident? That was a tough. I feel like they're on the left side though, so I don't want to get on the left. I don't know. I can't tell. I'll stay in the middle till I know. Of course, they're probably in the middle then. Of course, the sun's at like the worst spot right now. Oh, the Superdome's over here? That's where all the people stand during Katrina. Hey, honestly though, traffic right now means I can look around a little bit. Oh, it's pretty. I feel like New Orleans is supposed to have like really good architecture. Look at that giant church. I want to come back to New Orleans when I have time. Oh, it's exit only on the left. That's why. Must be love on the brain. Got me feeling this way. Unless the exit is where I'm going. No. Oh dear. I hear a siren somewhere. I don't see It's behind us. You want to get out of its way? Okay, it's coming to the... shoulder. Let him through, let him through. I don't know where he went. Off canal. I'm just gonna keep going straight because I don't know what's happening here. Is this New Orleans? Yeah, I'm in New Orleans right now. It's pretty from what I can see, but I can't see because I can't stay here. Wow, the Superdome is fucking huge. Holy shit. They weren't kidding when they called it a Superdome. That thing is fucking huge. Holy free holies. Monique is fabulous. Whoa, guys, have you seen how big the Superdome is? I can't show you because it's behind a building now. But, goddamn. Oh, I'm stuck in the line for the 90 West. But I am going on the 10 still. Okay, bye. Yo, that Superdome is huge. Google it. Look at it in comparison to all the other buildings around it. It's fucking gigantic. She is fabulous and flawless. Reminds you of Portland, yeah? Because of like all the overpasses and everything. And how slow everybody's driving. The speed limit in Portland is 55. That's why I make that joke. At least in a certain part of I-5, which gets really annoying because you go from like 70 to 55. I don't like all these cars. I hate traffic. Maybe I should look up ways to get around cities if I'm not going to stop in them. Must be love on the brain. Okay, stay where you are. If you stay where you are, things will clear up around you. Everything will make sense. Let's get over one. Should I suggest staying on a major highway? Yeah. But sometimes I like getting off of the major highway for a little while to take one that's parallel to it. Because then you get to see things that perhaps you would not have seen that are not just like rest stops and stuff, you know? Superdome is apparently the largest fixed dome structure in the world. Wow! That makes sense because it's huge. Wow, look at that cool crystal preserves sign. Everything's so cool. I love seeing new places. I wish that I could explore. I need to not look around too much. Oh, I'm so happy I got to look. Nice for me. Okay, I need to get over one because I don't want to be in the merging space zone. The merging zone. You merge with me, not the other way around. Or something. That's pretty cool. The mortuary haunted mansion. Oh, see, that would be so fun. Going to a haunted house in New Orleans. Oh, some of these buildings are so cute. I hate the bridges that have those lines across them, like they're like put together or whatever. Because because they make that noise, and then I'm like, is there something wrong with the car? Do I have a flat tire? That was gonna be every morning. Nick, I did stop at a Buc-ee's. I didn't go on stream with it. Ah! But that would be awesome. Oh, Jim Nick, if you were here too. Oh, that'd be so fun. Okay. I'll probably stop before I get to San Antonio, so it would probably be the morning, if that's okay with you. Not like super early morning or anything, because I probably will wake up late. More Goosens? In Delian? No. All the radio stations in New Orleans suck. Okay, fine. Tomorrow morning, yeah. Or like early afternoon, depending on how long it would take me, because I'm going to try to find somewhere to stop tonight. And some jazz. There's nothing good. I give up for tonight. Or for right now anyway. For New Orleans. I don't think I like their radios. I do like jazz though. But I should focus, because when I listen to music in traffic, I get like anxious. Nice lane. Okay, Jimmy. I can't wait to see mountains again. 6:42. Well, oh wait, but I'm in New Orleans now, so it's probably 5:42. So maybe this is still rush hour traffic. Well, dang. Hopefully there's a rest stop somewhere. As much as I want to use a gas station bathroom, like I do want to go get gas at some point soon, but I also do not want to it's 5:42. Okay, thank you. I do want to get gas, but I don't really want to use a gas station bathroom. I feel like rest stops are a little bit more safe for with all my stuff and my cat, because most people are traveling, so there's probably not people like looking to smash and grab there. The cabin lounge. I bet if I was actually like hanging out here, that would be a fun place to go, because it looks like fucking creepy. And I love me a creepy bar. Darkness in 45 minutes, yeah. Yeah. No, I just have to pee. The water's passing through. I'm going 8 miles per hour. So I'll be there in a month. Is traffic always like this right here? All the people must like work downtown and live over here. See, if I drove to New Orleans and I didn't know that, maybe I would have worked downtown and lived over here, and then I'd be stuck in this every day. Do they have trains in New Orleans? Like not subways, obviously, because it's like swampland, but like, do they have like overland trains? Texas isn't any better. What's the worst traffic in Texas? Houston or San Antonio? Because I'll be passing through those. I will not be passing through Austin. I think it's just, I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near Dallas. So I think I only have to worry about Houston and San Antonio. And then I assume after that it's... But Amtrak, like, I don't think they do really much in commuter trains. Hi. Thank you for follow. If you're looking to sell like artwork and stuff, I am not your girl. In Houston, you need to change your GPS to put one on no tolls. Okay, good to know. Thank you for that. Dallas is the worst? Well, luckily, I will not be going anywhere near Dallas. Ay. San Antonio doesn't have tolls? Okay, cool. Mizzik, you okay, boy? You sleeping or are you watching people? You watching people? Yeah. Did they watch you back? No. You gonna watch me now? Hey, baby. Hola, bebita. Hello. Hey, handsome. Cat check. It's quite the drive. How long do you think you'll be on the road for? Well, I know how long I'll be on for. Definitely forever. if I can make it 2 more hours, find a cheap motel. I need to stop off and get gas soon and decide on a place, because then if I have a destination that feels close, it'll be a lot easier to push on once it gets dark, right? That's what I need to do. All right. Yes. I think that sounds like a plan. Seaplane. I don't know how far Houston is, though. I feel like Houston's not that far. But small town Louisiana is probably a lot more likely to have shitty, cheap motels. Like a week. So I have the rental car until next Monday. I cannot afford to extend it. So I have to be, oh God, Jesus. I have to be unpacked in my mom's house, or at least in her driveway, by Monday morning at 10 a.m. so that I can drive down to Seattle and drop off the vehicle at noon. Wake up early so the traffic doesn't suck. Yeah. See, do I want to like find a place, go to sleep right away, or wake up and leave around like 10? Because then when I get like to wherever I'm going, if I just decide to sleep in a rest stop, then it's not a really big deal. This is where I kind of like, I'm a little sad that with this drive, Vegan and I aren't friends anymore. I'm not interested in being her friend anymore. But like with this drive, if I decided to be like, okay, I'll see my friend on November 1st instead, and maybe I'll spend Halloween in Phoenix, then I could be like, hey, let's go stream or something, but I don't want to see her. So I wouldn't do that, but nobody else is there anymore. Part of me considered like seeing what the kick streamers are doing in Austin, but I don't want to stay there. I want to get to California. I'd make a good taxi or Uber driver, would I? I feel like I wouldn't, because I'm a little too safe. People would be like, she's too safe, and she didn't get me there fast enough. Love, it wasn't really that like something big happened between us. I started kind of limiting content or contact when she was with IBL like a year and change ago, just because like she would keep coming to me and be like, oh, you know, he kicked my dog, he did this, and I would listen to her and I'd be like, yeah, well, you know, especially when she said he kicked her dog, I was like, dude, just get away from this guy, like it seems like he's bad news. And then like all that Chicken Andy stuff and everything, and I just kind of like, I didn't really want to deal with that anymore, so I stopped being like super close with her. And I had like other people in my life that I was talking to a lot more, to be quite honest. But then when she, and I get she was homeless in her car, but she like, there was one stream that I caught. I was working a lot at the time, so I didn't watch her a lot, but there was one stream I caught where she left her cat in the car. She thinks that it was about her putting the cat in the bathroom, but that wouldn't have been the problem. She left the cat in the car while she went inside her client's house and napped. And I said, yo, did you really like leave your cat in your car for like hours? And she's like, well, it's Arizona, it's cold, it's fine. I'm like, well, it's not fine. Like, it's one thing to leave your cat in the car for like 5 to 10 minutes and it's like, you know, nice out, but still, even then, if it's sunny out, like, it's not a good idea. But yeah, so like, essentially, you know, I kind of said, yo, I don't think that's cool, and she freaked out on me and started, you know, insulting me a lot, as she does. You guys have seen it. And then she said, something about my cat being dead, which wasn't true. And I said, my cat's not dead. And later on, she said she hopes that my cat died. And that was kind of where it was, we're never coming back from that, you know? You can never come back from you wishing death on my cat when you say you're this big animal lover and that, oh, you're this vet tech, you're an animal lover, and then you lie about, she was lying like a lot about my relationships and saying like she would expose the truth about my relationships, which I have already told you guys exactly what went down. I'm too crazy for a serious relationship, and I broke up with my ex because I felt that I couldn't handle it. And she was like making up lies about that, but really the truth is like saying that shit about my cat, who's literally the only thing in the universe that I would die for other than my mother, is fucked up. And especially all the shit that happens with her animals, and she says she's this big animal lover. Like, if you loved your animals, it would have never gotten to that point. Nick wouldn't have kicked your dog. You know, Abby wouldn't have had stress shits on somebody's groceries. You would be paying the vet bill to Astro Mom that you owe her. You know, your cat wouldn't have been stuck in your car for hours while 3 cats live there. You know, like for me, that doesn't smack of an animal lover. That smacks of somebody that wants the praise without the work. And she does call me Will. And the irony is that we actually wear the same pant size right now. It's just that I'm fat because I'm like 6 inches shorter than her. Which is true. I am fat. But we wear the same pant size apparently. Because I'm a size 14. Stretched, to be fair. Size 14 stretched. But that's probably because smaller waist than hips. But I need the stretch for my butt. Our animal stuck in our car like that was only self-serving. Yeah. I mean, losing our home at all was because she fucked around with Nick and didn't prioritize her pet. And I get that I have also lost my home in this instance, but Mizzik is technically living in my car right now while we travel. I don't know. I feel like I'm probably a bit of a hypocrite for feeling that way. But it's not like I'm going to stalk an ex or something, you know? Like, I'm not making the choice to live in my car. I'm making the choice to move back home with my family. Oh, it's really pretty right here, guys. Wow. Look at all those trees. I don't know if you can even see those very well. Where is she going when she gets Abby? Supposedly she's staying at that house that she's at, which, I mean, honestly, if it is stable, then good for her. I worry that because she does not have a car and she does not have, therefore, a job, she's going to get kicked out of that house, and now she doesn't even have a car, and so her and Abby are literally going to be on the streets. Like, why spend money to go pick up your dog who's thriving when you're not, like, you don't have a job yet, and you're not getting that car back? Do you need a Potts breather, Gishy? Well, it's okay, Gish. I'll find something. Thank you for looking. I appreciate it. I'll look at that as soon as I stop. I'll probably end the stream for a little bit to figure out what my plan is. Yeah, it sure is pretty in Louisiana. Her grandma parents will look after her. But that's the thing. She said that she had a falling with her mom. So if she's had a falling out with her family because they won't pay for her to get her car back or whatever, or they're mad at her, like, how is she supposed to, what is she supposed to do if she can't stay at this house? Found one like for 43, but it's 2 hours away. And one for 53, an hour and a half away. Honestly, those might be perfect. So I will check those out as soon as I stop. Like, I just want to keep my costs around, like, as around $50 as I can, just because that makes it a lot more budgetable. And I want to check, like, the Hotel Tonight app just in case. Although, everyone's always like, oh, it's the greatest place to find cheap deals. But so far I've found that I can find better deals otherwise. Or maybe I just need to, like, pick a small town, draft through it, and find a little shady inn where I might get serial murdered. She do be closing and opening that garage door a lot. Listen, I understand that Vegan says, I understand that she says the most hurtful possible thing because she wants to hurt people to deflect off of herself or something. I get it, because my parents fought like that when I was growing up. And I've done it before, and I actively have to try to keep myself from doing that. And I understand that she's been in a weird situation, and that perhaps also, like, the doing a lot more of the stimulants makes her more irritable. Stimulants in whatever form that she does them. Caffeine pills, Adderall, cocaine, or meth. Either way, it'll all make you irritable. But to me, it was just like a series of things that happened. And it sucks because I really did care about her. We find in Texas it's all sundown towns. That's where all the murder happens. Yeah, exactly, Gish. Like, I noticed myself when I was, like, when I had my Adderall prescription years ago and I was taking it as prescribed every day, I noticed that I would get really irritable really fast. And so I had to start, like, picking and choosing when I took it, which is not how you're supposed to do it. So it's like, you know, some days I would, some days I wouldn't, because I didn't like being that irritable. It happens on benzos too, really. I only ever had benzodiazepines for, like, emergency use. So, like, if I felt a panic attack coming on, kind of a thing. So I never, like, took them enough. Because I would get prescribed 10 a month, and I would probably use, like, 4. When my life was really bad and I was having a lot of panic attacks, which I still do. I can't say I've ever taken anything in that form. are in desperate need of repair. But these low bridges like this don't really worry me. Although I will say so, where I was living in Washington, there was a bridge that fell into the ocean, or into the river, which was fun. Nobody got hurt, I don't think. I don't think anybody got hurt. But like, do I know that bridges are in disrepair? There's a lot of them that are not up to snuff according to the Department of Transportation. Do I work for the Department of Transportation? I do not. Mount Vernon Bridge? Yeah. Exactly, Taylor. You know. So that was literally like 2 blocks from where my trailer was when I lived in the camper. My mom called me and she's like, did you know about this? I'm like, no. It was blocked off for a long time. Or just like a shipboat, yeah. What do I think of his Vantion scam? Got shut down out of the blue because they found cracks. Yeah. Does the West Seattle Bridge open again? Because it's been closed. It was closed for like years. Went down a rabbit hole years ago on the Skyway Bridge collapse in Florida. Like 35 people died. Jesus. And that's scary. That's really scary. Always makes me think of that video during the earthquake where the Tacoma Bridge like shakes. Scary looking. Oh, well, Sonic doesn't have a license, so I felt that it was ill-fated to begin with. Had Vegan continued giving him driving lessons so that he may get his license, perhaps that would have been different. Yeah, Jim Nick, I don't think benzos are something that people should take every day. I do think, like, it is good in emergency situations for panic attacks specifically, not anxiety attacks, which are, you know, much lower level. But panic attacks where you feel like you are having a heart attack, yeah. But I have, like, pretty low blood pressure to begin with, so I ain't trying to take benzos like that. I don't know what would be good for it though. Nothing. Surviving. How's the cat doing? He is asleep. He's being a good boy. I am feeling some sort of way. You haven't been on anything in 2 years now? Me either. That's when I lost when I moved to Florida, I lost my health insurance. Well, I'd lost it like a bit before that too, so it's been like 3 years since I had any of my prescriptions at this point. Although I did pay out of pocket for my antidepressant for a little while. So I guess it's only been like 2 years. It benefits Sonic more not to have a license, does it? Ooh, my hand is going numb. Hey, numb is better than the pain, kind of. Except for that I'm driving, so I have to use my hands. Service is 25 miles. traffic's getting better. Pretty anti-pharma, find ways to deal with it on your own. You used to rather smoke pot. Well, but I mean, like, pot is medication in a sense, right? It's been a horrible year. I'm sorry, Kishi. Okay, now let's turn around. No. Can I get on Medicaid? I should qualify for it. The threshold for, I guess I have had government handouts. I had free medical care for a few years. People were right. I didn't qualify for it in Florida because the threshold is like really low. And you can't, like, you basically, if you are on Medicaid, you can't pay rent. You have to like share a room with somebody in order to make as little money as they require. Texas doesn't have a Medicaid program. Should ever be taken as a preventative, ever, at all. But I think a lot of people do take them as a preventative, like they take them every single fucking day. And then a lot of people abuse them. Oh, look how pretty the sun looks sitting. She's so big and orange. I don't qualify for unemployment because I think also the Florida unemployment sucks too. Even though my hours were cut through no fault of my own. But then I quit, so that's okay though. Honestly, I don't want unemployment. I just want to find something I can do having the money. Or if my mom had done like the EBT benefits, would I have been, at school too busy thinking about when lunch is because I haven't eaten? Or I would be at school not having eaten lunch. Because we couldn't afford it. Hi, Mizzy. Hi, buddy. You're in cuddle mode now? What's wrong? You have food right there. I'm gonna stop. Stop soon. Can you give me 20 minutes? Yeah. No, Lord of Elderon. But I made all these decisions pretty rashly. If you're 50 or below, face it will never see a Social Security check in our lives, right? I paid so much into the Social Security that like it's gonna be crazy that stuff like going away. All the schools there have automatic free lunch without kids even having to sign up. See, I love that. Because you think about it, like, how many kids are so worried about how hungry they are? Like, at the very least, free lunch. Like, it's crazy to me that kids should ever have to worry about anything. And that teachers have to worry about how to pay their bills. Like, why are we funding militaries in other countries or wars in other countries when we should be focused on making Americans the best that they can be? Your son still makes you pack his lunch because he's weird, so doesn't he? Oh, but does he have like food things? Schools have so much taxpayer money. Yeah, but they use it incorrectly. I will say that Washington schools are doing a lot better than they used to, partially because of legalized marijuana, because it was part of the bill that taxes from it had to go towards schools, which I think is cool. A lot of schools just do use it on like football fields and shit. I should use it. But I feel like that's like, because it's one-time money a lot of the time, and you can't depend on that, so you can't offer, well, I don't know, do teachers get like contracts for the year or something? Andrew, I get what you're saying. Oh, I'm sorry, Gishy. I mean, he's old enough now that you could probably explain that to him, right? Or is he on the spectrum? Does he have like ARFID? But yeah, Andrew, I see what you're saying. And maybe you're right. But it does drive me crazy that a lot of the times the American people suffer just to survive while we send weapons to other countries. And it's not like it's a Democrat or a Republican thing, because like almost every single one does. Monique, I don't know if I really have an opinion on that. Like, I do think that double mastectomies should be covered in cases of like, so my grandmother wanted to get a double mastectomy, and she did finally get it covered by Medicare, but unfortunately her COPD was too advanced. But she had like a condition where her breast tissue never stopped growing. Geopolitics are complicated, yeah. And it's something that doesn't really like interest me enough. It's just like, I know that there are probably reasons, which is why I don't tend to vote in national elections as much. I tend to care more about the local politics and worry about, you know, platforms that serve my community. But I don't feel like I understand the chess game that is international politics. Darkwig Natty, they were like half of her body weight. Legitimately. She couldn't walk. Please, guys, my grandma died a couple of years ago, and I'm still really sad about it. God, like 4 years ago. That's sad. We sold literally everything we own for our mom's cancer treatments. Yeah, Gish, I'm sorry, by the way. Yeah. Like, another thing that like medical care is so fucking expensive here. It makes me really sad. There are so many people in the world who deserve better than what the hand that they're dealt. And then there's people that get everything handed to them and then they want more. And that's also depressing. My grandpa died just over a year ago, first dead body you've ever seen. I'm sorry for your loss, Lord of Eldaron. And I'm sorry you had to see that. Insurance has changed how they pay for double mastectomy the last few years. Oh really? Like how so? Like now it's not covered as cosmetic, or? Yeah, healthcare cost is really overinflated. I'm sorry for your loss too, Andrew. I have no grandparents left. Right? Yeah. No grandparents and one parent. And two of my 5 uncles, or 2 of my 4 uncles, because my dad was one of the 5 I was counting there. And my eldest living uncle has had cancer on and off for the last 5 years, so I'm a little bit worried for him. They cover it? That's awesome. I love that. chance of recurrence and possibly another breast, yeah. I mean, at least like, one of the things, had I been like an academic as a child, or an academic when I was younger, that I would have loved to have gotten into was the study of genetics. I feel like, particularly with breast cancer, so much of it is genetic. Like, very little of it is random happenstance or like damage to the body. They cover breast reductions in many cases. That's awesome. It does affect your quality of life. It's never too late. Yeah, maybe I'll chop these off. It's about time. Gosh. Good Lord, this is a long road. No rest stops. Do they not have rest stops in Louisiana? Andrew, that's the best way to deal with things, in my opinion. Mizzy's definitely like ready to be done for the day. Yeah, exactly, Monique. The BRCA genes. And I get that, yes, not all of it is, but a lot of it seems to be. Some of it is random happenstance. Rapid happenstance. I gotta pee. I should have gotten off somewhere. That's a boring road. Watch my cat sleep. What? 4 or 5 hours last night? So that's possibly 12 hours. I'm really worried about the 36 because once I get to the West Coast, it's gonna feel like a cakewalk. That's cool watching pools. I'm in Atchafalaya National Heritage Area. Atchafalaya, buddy. Right back at Atchafalaya. I'm driving to California and then up to Washington, which is where I will live for the foreseeable future. I'm so sorry, Mizzy. I'm so sorry, buddy. You do want a wet food, huh? I gave him some of my brisket. I know he's probably not supposed to have it. I didn't give him much, just a little bit, as a treat. Stop in a Louisiana Texan general store and get some rare rabbit syrup. Let's find a smoothie by everyone as well. Oh, you're in Washington? Yeah. Back to Washington. Washington. Is it like actual syrup, Lane Welch? by general store, what are general stores here? Like a convenience store? Because I feel like that's what I'm going to have to do here pretty soon. It's molasses? Bear Rabbit? Used to have to feed molasses covered oats to the goats to get them to stay still for long enough that you could milk them. You just never brood over a spun over a towel. He and I remained friends. Honestly, we were like roommates for a long time after we broke up. I don't say Washington, but there are certainly people that do. You're such a good boy, Mizzik. Yeah, you wash that hand. Baton Rouge is in 24 miles. General stores. No, but like a mercantile? Washington, yes. But it makes me think back when I was a kid, my parents were property managers, like on-site property managers for this set of apartment buildings. And my mom told me the story of like one day somebody was like, is it okay if we, hold a car wash to help raise money for my kids' soccer team or whatever? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. And she like drove by to get her car washed, and they had written car wash, like W-A-R-S-H. This is in Southern California, mind you. Like a mini mart, I don't know, mercantile? Does my ass feel sore? Yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I need to get up and walk around and pee and stretch. Hey, baby. Oh no. Okay, but you can't go down. You can't go down. You can sit on my lap, but you cannot go underneath. You have to be good. I can't cuddle with you when I'm driving. You're laying on my arm. I need that for driving, buddy. I love you, but I want some attention. Yeah, he does. Okay, but lay down. Lay down. I'll take a sit. Sitting is fine. Okay, what do we have on the next? An RV park. Okay, RV parks mean probably gas, right? Okay, stay laying down. This leg's gonna move a lot though, because I have to hit the brake too. But I don't like how close that semi is getting to me. No, it's like white people. Did I date Judy or no? Whatever happened to that guy? He seemed nice enough. Okay, there's at least a McDonald's. So there's probably a gas station. Oh yeah, there's gas stations. There's a Texaco. And a fast stop. And a racetrack. Racetrack is like a truck stop, right? Okay, we're gonna get off on this one. Let him drive well. He can't drive, he don't have his license. God, the semi-truck is following me. Mizzik. You're not sitting properly. Okay, everything seems to be to the left. Mizzik. Oh, but the text go to the right. That's fine. McDonald's, so it's a lot more likely that they will let me use the bathroom. And if they won't, then the other one will. Oh, but the racetrack is over here. Okay. No, I know not JJ. I know you mean his friend, but I don't know whatever happened to him. I don't remember. Oh, you were talking Lord of Elderon. I don't remember what his friend's name was. He was nice though. And now they just crashed on my futon and then left. What are Hess gas stations? Hi, baby. This is not cuddle moment. I am going to have to end my stream because I'm gonna need to. Oh god, that semi truck is gonna do a U-turn? Okay, buddy. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some Googling. So I'm gonna have to end my stream. Trying to figure out the things that Gish sent me and all that. So I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. It's honestly, it's helping this drive go by. All right. I'll be back.